Hello, Norwex team. This is Dolores Van Bogard, the leader of the solution team. We are so excited that you have taken the time tonight to invest in your business and to connect with us. We have some awesome training lined up, so we're going to jump right into it. But I just want to let you know that there's a live chat down the side of the screen. And I first of all would like you to introduce yourself, say how long you've been with Norwex and where you live down the right-hand side. And at any time, I want you to post questions there, because while you have leaders doing training, you have leaders sitting on standby to answer your questions at any time. So this is your chance for Q&A as well as training. So we're going to jump right into it, and I'm going to pass it over to Nikki from Medicine Hat. Go for it, Nikki.
Hi everybody, I'm Nikki Heidebrecht from Medicine Hat with the Coming Clean team, and yeah, really excited to be here tonight. So probably most of you have heard about our Let's Get Engaged campaign. It's something that we're really excited about, and as a team, something that we do twice a year to just to have those times where casual people can be making sure they get their $250 orders in so that they can remain active with the company and not lose their shopping privileges, and also a great opportunity for people that are looking to promote either themselves or their teams within their business. So really exciting things going on. Probably if you've been on our Facebook page, you've seen the Let's Get Engaged flyer, which gives you a breakdown of all the different prizes and things that are happening this month, and there's really awesome reasons to get involved. So we've got lots of draws happening. Your best bet to get into the draw is to try to do it soon. We've got more draws happening at the beginning of the month for people that get their orders in early. So don't miss that by a couple days. Take a look at the flyer. I don't know if Dolores has it to post, but there's some really great, just some great things happening that way. And just to give you some ideas, because I know for some people 250 can seem like a little bit of a daunting number as far as how do I go about actually getting that order together? And there's lots of ways to do it. So I've got some suggestions. One that I like to call the Girl Guide cookie method. Probably many of you have had to buy a box of Girl Guide cookies, or maybe sell chocolate almonds or something like that for your family. And usually what happens is you buy the whole box, right? And hopefully you don't eat half of them. That's the goal. But you buy the box and you need to sell it off to friends after the fact. And you can definitely do the same kind of thing with Norwex. So 250, it adds up really quickly. I was looking at things like your favorite product. So for me, the mesh dishcloth, if you haven't tried this thing, it's amazing. Absolutely love it. And if I wanted to, what I could do is I figured it out, did the math, I could buy 26 of these dishcloths, and with that I would be over the 250 that I needed. And when it's your favorite product, it's really easy to sell because it's something you're already excited about, and it's just a matter of having a few with you in the car or in your purse, depending on what you have. Maybe not a mop, but dishcloths, household pack, things like that, and selling them off through the month as you talk about Norwex wherever you go. So that's a really simple method. And remembering that when you put in that $250 order, you're also going to be eligible to get the hostess benefits with that. You could get the $25 shopping spree, so there's something in it for you that way too. Another one is having a customer appreciation event. This is a perfect time of year before the chaos maybe of Christmas to throw an event in your home with new products having been launched. Probably many people that you know have still not seen those. So that can be a great way to get people out. And even having a group of 8 to 10 ladies, you'll definitely hit that $250 mark. So hosting yourself, you're never going to say no to yourself. So that's a great way to reach that 250 as well. Finding a hostess. So we're having a team booking blitz. You'll hear more about that later, I'm sure. But that's probably one of the easiest ways to get some sales in, is to have somebody else host a party for you. Because in Norwex, our average parties are about $650. So if you do a party for somebody else in their home and share Norwex with them, that's a really super easy way to get that $250. Facebook parties. So for people that don't like to wear pants, or if you you want to stay home in your pajamas and maybe you've got little kids and it's hard for you to get out, Facebook parties are another really great way to bring people from all over the country together to do a party in a sort of different and fun way. And it can be a really great way to add to your monthly sales and to reach that 250. And another one is stocking up on Christmas presents. I know if you're like me, you often wait till a couple days before Christmas and you're still scrounging around looking for things for people. But with Norwex, we really do own the store, right? We've got access to an amazing line of products. Sometimes we're so familiar with them, we don't realize how much other people would appreciate to get them as gifts. So it's a perfect time to start stocking up. And at our discount, it works out to about $162.50 after your consultant discount that you're spending on your Christmas presents, and you're supporting your own business at the same time. So just some different incentives. We really hope that people get involved this month. Definitely ask your leaders if you're thinking, you know what, I want to help, I want to be on board and be involved in the Let's Get Engaged. Many people are going for promotions this month. I know on my team I am. There's a bunch of other people that are. So ask your leaders. They'd be more than happy, I'm sure, to help you figure out a strategy on getting engaged this month. So that wraps up the Let's Get Engaged.
All right, everybody. My name is Lindsay Mercer, and I'm from Spruce Grove, Alberta, and I'm the leader of the transformation team. So I am going to be giving you some ideas about how to get new bookings on your calendar, because obviously there's always probably 1 or 2 dates that we would love to get filled. So the first thing that I want to challenge you to do is have a 3-month mindset. So the way that I do my calendar is I actually have 3 months printed off and taped to my wall at all times. So I have my available dates highlighted, and that way I can see exactly how full my current month is, how full the following month is, and the month after that. Because once we are in any given month, it can be very challenging to change what that month looks like, but we do have total control over what we can book into the future. So what I would advise you to do is, if you're talking to somebody and they say, you know what, I might be interested in hosting a party, but you know what, now it's just not really a good time, I say that's no problem. Would maybe November be better? Or even maybe we could do, you know, like a pre-Christmas party, and then they know that I am booking that far in advance. As well, as we get closer to Christmas, people might be a little bit, they might not want to book close to Christmas. I'm like, no problem. Did you know, like the last however many years, we've had free mops in January. So if you want to book into January, be doing that now. If you've just got a pile of leads to call, nobody's going to be booking when you call them after Christmas. So book them now. So one thing that you can think about doing if you don't have as many shows on your calendar as you like is be your very own hostess. You could be hosting 1, 2, even 3 shows a month in your own home as your own hostess. I've done this a number of times when my calendar was not as full as I wanted to be, and I would mix my social circles. I would invite people that I had talked to about the product, people that I knew hadn't had a chance to go to a live party, or maybe people I had just met recently through my daughter's play school, or maybe through a small group or something like that. I would invite them to come and check everything out. And that's a great place to get new bookings as well and continue to expand outside of your personal family and friend circle. If you've been in this business for longer than 2 years, you want to pull up those customers that you did parties for 2 years ago or further. So if you've heard Dolores train on this, she tells her customers, actually take a Sharpie, write the date that you purchased your cloths right on that little tag, and if you've got any cloths that have a date older than 2 years old, cut the tag off. The cloth is now a rag. Throw it in the garage, use it for cleaning off your barbecue, outside windows, whatever, but you want to have cloths that are cleaning inside your home, your kitchen, and your bathroom be less than 2 years old. So you can call up those customers and say, hey, your cloths are older than 2 years. I know we did a party for you, 2 summers ago, and I would love to help you replace your stock for free. And all your friends that came, they're going to be ready to replenish too. So that's a good source that you can pull from when you're looking for new bookings. As well as we go into the Christmas season, there's a lot of markets, like a lot of seasonal, all the vendors get together, holiday opportunities, like shop from one place, shop from your seat, online things. Look for some of those in your local community to get involved in and to have a table. I always tell my girls that those types of events are best when you are looking for new leads, because you're out in the community. If you've got a good door prize, you're getting people's information by entering them into the door prize, and on your ballot you can say, are you interested in hosting a live or online party? Yes or no. Are you interested in more information about the business? Yes or no. And then at the very bottom of the ballot you say, all sections must be complete in order to be a valid entry into the door prize, so that you are getting a full ballot entry. You're getting strong leads either before Christmas or for after Christmas in the new year that you can draw from as well, and then contacting those people to get those bookings. One thing that you can do if you have a couple of live parties on your calendar, but you're looking to increase how you get parties from your shows, one thing that you can do is you can look at the following month's hostess specials. So if your party is after the 15th and you know the next month's specials, pull all of the product out that they could earn in, say, the $1,000 package and talk specifically about those products. So that as you talk about them, you pile them all on the coffee table or in the middle of the floor, whatever, and then at the end you can say, you know what, ladies, I'm sure that there's quite a few products in this pile that are maybe on your wish list, and I have something amazing to tell you. All of these could be yours for free by hosting next month. It's a really strong visual, not only to the generosity of our hostess program, but the fact that they're like, oh my goodness, I just wrote down 90% of these things on my wish list anyway. I'm going to have a party, buy my must-haves tonight, get the rest for free when I host. So that's a good way that you can do any time of the year, is just use the following month's hostess specials at your parties. One idea you can do is, if you've got those 3-month calendars printed off so you can keep track of how full your months are looking, is you can actually highlight dates on theirs with freebies. Okay, so the way that this looks is you have your next 3 months with you at your show. Not your personal calendar. People need to know when your son goes to soccer practice, but have your show calendar, right, when you're wanting to book up those dates. And you can highlight the date and you can say free EnviroCloth on that date. So if they pick that date, they get a free EnviroCloth at their show. You could even say free household package, worth a little bit more. That date is going to be closer to the party. So if people are booking a week and a half in advance, they're going to get the more expensive items for their freebie. And I always train, take the free product to their show. That way you're not giving away product and then them saying, you know what, I invited a couple people via Facebook event and nobody's coming, so I'm just going to cancel, and they've got your product in their hand. This is super simple to use with the product you already have at home. Anything you've received for free from Norwex, just use that, right? Anybody, like Nikki said, anytime people get something for free, they're excited. We get, immune to the $10 kitchen cloths. People love them. So use those, and then it's an extra little incentive. They can clearly see what they're going to get by booking that date. All right, the last idea that I have for you is to use an incentive. So if you have something that you're going to personally offer people for booking a party with you, my personal favorite one is the Rainbow Pack for the price of the date that you host. That has been extremely successful for me, especially where we are in October. We're just at the beginning, right? So you can be booking dates between now and the end of October. I wouldn't take it into next month, only because of how the incentive works. So basically the way that it works is you have the Rainbow Pack, which in Canada is $62.99, and if people book one of your available dates, say it's October 17th, they're going to pay $17 for that Rainbow Pack. If they book October 26th, they're going to pay $26 for that Rainbow Pack. Now your cost on that product is only 65% of $62.99, less the money that they're going to give you for what they're purchasing it for. So it doesn't cost you a lot of money, but it is a very strong incentive, and people will book as close as they can to the beginning of the month. Now, obviously, the reason I'm telling you not to book it into November is because then they'll be like, oh, I'll take November 2nd. I'll take November the 4th, right? And that's still 4 weeks away. You want to use it to be booking your calendar now, and they'll get the better deal the closer they book to this date. So that's a few ideas for how to get bookings, and I'm going to pass it back to Dolores.
Awesome, Lindsay. Thank you so much. And Nikki, that was excellent. So what we're going to talk about now is how to submit an order with a brand new consultant, with them collecting orders from their friends and family and helping them maximize the Fresh Start incentive. I like telling brand new consultants that they get to triple dip the system. Anytime a Norwex consultant puts in an order, we receive 35% commission. As well as you can be a host anytime you want as well. So you can take advantage of all the hosting promotions. But in the Fresh Start program, in their first 3 months of business, they can also receive everything for free through the Fresh Start program. So we have this little chart that we have for our team, and it talks about how when you sell $265 worth of product to your friends and family, and you want to sell that to approximately 4 different people, and you don't want to give them a discount. You want to sell that to them at full price, that you then can create your own order as the 5th buying guest.
We lose Dolores on occasion because of her internet connection, everybody, so we'll just kind of wait for her to rejoin us, and it's always at like a pivotal part of what she's saying. So if you guys can just hold on a few minutes, she'll, like, not even a few minutes, a few seconds.
Maybe we can answer the questions on the side. I saw a question about...
You're going to get another $3.
Oh, Dolores, we had lost you.
Is she back?
All right, I think I'm back. Am I back?
Yep, and you were just to the very first...
This one here?
First order, yep.
Okay, perfect. So when you submit a $265 order, Norwex gives you 35% commission, which is 35% of $265 is $92.75. When you spend that $92.75 in product on your own order, you create yourself as the 5th buying guest. Norwex is going to give you 35% of that $92 is $32.46. So you go ahead and spend the commission again from that $32.46. Norwex then gives you 35% commission on that, another $11.36. So as you spend the commission, Norwex gives you commission on what you just purchased. So I'm going to just quickly walk you through how to actually submit an order. So here we go. For those of you who are new, this is something that people regularly ask us. How do you submit an order? So I'm going to just quickly show you how to go ahead and do that. So you want to go under, when you log into your Norwex CS site, you want to click on Create a Party. Once you've created a party with that green box, then you click on Add a New Party/Event, and you click on that. You can say that this is your starter show. And if you want, you can change the date and the time according to when you're doing your launch party. Then you hit Next, and you are the host, so click I am hosting, and it automatically will populate with your contact information absolutely ready to go, and you just hit Finish. The next box that you're going to click is this green shopping cart, and this is going to populate the actual party for you. So we'll just wait for that to open. Now, if you want to change where you're having anything shipped to, that's where you immediately change it. And what you can do is, if you are a part of the ripple effect and you are sending emails out to your customers every time, you want to type in everyone's contact information. But for tonight, for training purposes, I'm just clicking training, training, and saving it. But if you are sending out emails to your customers, you want to do one at a time. Now, when you send in an order, remember you are the consultant earning 35% commission, but you are also the host. So you want to select a party date within 45 days so that you can help your friends and family do some Christmas shopping prior to the Christmas season. You want to change this number of buying guests. Say, for example, if you sold that product to 4 people, and then you want to go ahead and type in the order. Now, in this particular situation, I'm going to say that we have a really rich grandma, and grandma wants the Just Add Water package for $260. Because we need to sell $265 worth of product, we also told her about Rebecca Jack's favorite product, the Norwex dishcloth. So thanks to Grandma, she bought $270 worth of product, and she is going to pay shipping on that 4 times, and she's going to distribute it to your favorite cousins at Christmas time. Now what you want to do is you want to add on yourself as a buying guest. So you would type in your first initial and your last name. And the system won't allow you to put your name in twice. So I just put in my first initial, and I'm going to order myself the mop because I have a friend that wants to buy that from me, and I'm going to pick that up for free on this order. So by spending the commission, I am spending all of that money on that chart that I laid out for you. I'm spending all the commission, the $139 in product, and that is going to give me a $400 order. Now, when you go to the hosting order, you're going to see that the order is just over $400, which qualifies you for the first step of your fresh start. But everything you purchase, that full $135 worth of product, is going to be free because you sold $265 worth of product. So I encourage you to then go on to this hosting order form. You can have $40 in free product here through the discounted special offers link, and we want to get the mattress spray tonight. So I'm going to order in the mattress spray as well as a pack of the Spear sponges. So that gives you an additional $40 in free product. You can add that to the item. If you don't know the number, you can look it up there. I encourage consultants on our team, do not order anything in this top portion up here under host orders, because it does not increase your free product on the bottom. You need to create yourself as a buying guest by quick adding a guest, put your name in there, add the information, only order on.
We lost her again, but what she's talking about is not adding product on the host order in the top section, because that does not add to, it adds to your subtotal A, but it doesn't add, the host order does not add to the free 8, 10, or 12% that the hostess gets for free. So we always train our consultants, don't use that section, just add another buying guest.
Absolutely.
Are you back with us? Great.
I think so. Oh my goodness, this internet connection is killing me tonight. All right, so going back to the form, I just want to show you again that by selling $265 worth of product to your friends and family, to a minimum of 4 people, so that you get 4 buying guests on that order, and when you spend the 35% commission repeatedly, all of these orders right here are going to go under your name, under your order, giving you $135 worth of product for free because you're spending the commission on that original $265. Here's the extra $40 that you get for having a $400 party. You get 10% of your sales back for free. And this is what you'll get for free through the Fresh Start program, $130 worth of product. The hosting package for September was worth $91, which is automatically shipped when you have a booking on the party, as well as a free window cloth for having a booking. And when you have 5 buying guests on a party, you also receive the $17.49 Enviro cloth. So that's totaling $441 worth of product. So this is what we want to tell our new consultants, that when a new consultant signs up and when they sell $265 worth of product to their friends and family in their first 2 weeks of business, they can triple dip. They'll earn 35% commission, which they'll spend back in product. They will earn the hosting package as well as the Fresh Start, which will give them $440 in free product. Who doesn't think that sounds like an amazing deal? And that isn't just this month, that is every month. Norwex is always that generous. So I want to encourage you, don't overthink it, just jump in the system and play with it and show people how to use it. All right, Nikki, back to you.
Okay, well, I got very excited about talking about the Let's Get Engaged and did my next part, but I guess I'll jump into talking a little bit about why any month is a good month to join Norwex. I think what happens sometimes is after these phenomenal join for free months is we get a little bit, we get super excited and everybody goes out there and they tell their friends and they tell their family about the great business opportunity, and then when it comes to a month where maybe Norwex isn't gifting the business, we get a little bit shy about it. And I just want to encourage you that really with this business we always have a good deal and we always have a free option, so you can get the mop for free as all year round, and that's a great deal. And really the effort that we put in during the Join for Free, the only difference is the package that you're talking about. It's the same concept. It's about looking for people that could use the business, looking for people that you'd love to work with, for people that maybe could use the extra income or who love the product, and sharing it. Not worrying about, you know, that there's going to be a little bit more of a cost, because exactly like Dolores just said, it's a very simple business, and they can do well even in a month that isn't free. And if they wanted to sell that 400 and have one party, they'd be making the money back from for their kit with the $60 kit, or they can go out there and do 4 shows over the course of that 3-month period and keep them up for free. So just wanted to encourage you to not take the other months in the year as not good times to join, but to really think about, well, who didn't you get to in September who might be interested in the great business that we have.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nikki. Lindsay, are you there?
I am here. I just had this little kid that was distracting me, but I'm here. All right, so one thing that I want to talk to you guys is just about how, like Nikki's talking about sharing the business, and it can be something really challenging because we all face, which can sometimes be some pretty major obstacles when it comes to sharing the business. We operate under a lot of fear. We operate under a lot of unknown about how people might perceive us, and the type of people we don't want to be, right? Pushy and aggressive. Or we went to a Tupperware party one time, and the lady just spent the entire presentation talking about her great company car, and we were like, I would never do that, right? And so we tend to swing really far the opposite way, and we say nothing about it ever. So how can we have a little bit of a mental shift to talk about the business and to share that opportunity with other people? So some of the women who came to conference said that was their biggest takeaway, was the mental shift that they experienced about what the Norwex business opportunity means, not just for their own personal business, but really for others. And one thing that was shared with us is, you know, one thing that is very common that I hear from my girls is, I don't want to become that person, which in my ears, what I hear is, I don't want the people at my show to look at me like, here she goes, she's talking about the business, it's all about her. But did you know that at conference, they shared a statistic with us that said 50% of people who attend a show leave thinking about trying the business. 50%, that is half the room. And you know what that made me think of? If I had that entire group of ladies, and one half was standing on this side of the room, and the other half was standing on that side of the room, am I going to let the fear of this group of people keep me from taking the opportunity from this group of people, right? I just want you to process through that a little bit. And the other thing that I always think of is, how did you get here? What has Norwex brought into your home? What if the person who introduced you to the business had been too scared about what you would think about them? Right? And a lot of times we think, well, I didn't think about that, like, because I knew that I wanted the business. Well, she wants the business too. But sometimes we just need to say, I think you'd be excellent. Would you like to read some information about the business opportunity? And they will say yes. In fact, I have had one consultant in particular tell me, I was sitting in your show thinking about trying Norwex, but I wouldn't have said anything if you had not have asked me. And if you remember that your job is not to be a used car salesman trying to convince people of something they don't want to do, your job is to simply offer the opportunity and they can say yes or no. One conversation I had with a new recruit in my living room recently was when she said, I'm scared, I don't want to be that, that person. And I said, you know what? Nobody gets offended to be asked. The only time that you start becoming pushy is when you don't take no for an answer. So as long as you respect their answer and respect their boundaries, You will never have to be pushy. So one thing that I wanted to do as a portion of this webinar is just kind of open up the chat a little bit to some Q&A. Anything that you guys have, questions about team building, questions about how to share the opportunity, maybe a lot of common questions you get back from people that you're not really sure how to answer. Just post the questions in the chat to the side, and then I'm going to try and answer as many as I can. One thing that I can say, you guys, is I only started really seriously taking this, my Norwex business as a business just over 2.5 years ago, and I did not sign up my first recruit until I was over a year in the business at all. And I only talked to personal friends and family about becoming reps. I never talked about it at my shows, and I really felt like I was missing opportunities by not doing that. So what I did was I found a way that I could introduce the business opportunity that felt comfortable to me. So, okay, I'm going to answer Sheila's question here. She says, is there a statistic on the number of casual consultants who become active or engaged? I am hesitant to push these consultants. So, Sheila, I'm assuming that you're thinking about kind of the Let's Get Engaged campaign and how many of those casual consultants often place orders for this campaign. I would just encourage you, you don't ever need to feel like you need to push anybody, right? And I think, again, a huge part of this business is our own perception of what we're doing, whether it's offering a booking, offering, and the hostess opportunity, offering the business, or offering our team to be a part of a great incentive. We say to them, you know what, I know you're a casual consultant, but I did not want to let this month get away without telling you what's happening, because I would hate to take your opportunity to be in the fantastic incentives and draws that we're doing. So when you approach it that way, if she says, no, thank you, I just put in my order last month, I'm really not interested, no need to push, right? You have just reached out to her and invited her and said, I am here to help you. If you are willing to work with me, I'd love to help brainstorm ideas, and invite her to come on with you. All right. Jennifer says, most of my recruits don't seem motivated to hit any of the fresh start steps. I feel like I'm bugging them, but I don't want them to miss out. Again, this is where you say, here is everything that is available to you. It's in your best interest to get as much for free as you can, because you've only got one shot at being in the Fresh Start program, and I would love to help show you exactly how to do that. And if you feel like you don't know exactly how to do that, then reach out to your leader. She would love to help train you to pass the information on to those consultants. But the one thing that I would say, and this is key to team building, you can never want the business more for somebody than they want it for themselves. You can never invest, or you never want to invest more time in them than they are willing to invest in themselves. So if people are coming on board and they're like, it's just not the right time, I don't want to put the time in right now, all you can say is, all right, well, you know what, it's here for you. If you don't hit the first step, you can definitely hit the next ones, and you have a full 60 days. So if you're feeling a little overwhelmed at this very moment, why don't we touch base at the beginning of next month? You're still going to be in the Fresh Start program, and we can maybe look at helping you hit your 30 or your 60-day mark. So I always leave people in the driver's seat. I never want them to feel like I have an agenda for their business, because I don't. Obviously, I want them to get as much as they can and all of the benefits that are available to them, but you can't want it more for them than they want for themselves. I think that is all of the questions that are on there right now, so I'm going to pass it back to Dolores.
All right. All right, so we want to just briefly talk about, what does your Christmas goals look like? What are your Christmas goals? We know that this business, for me, is all about helping you earn the income that would be perfect for your family. Now, we talk with some people as leaders, or if you sign someone up in the business and they say to you, you know, it would be awesome if I had an extra $200 a month. And somebody else will say, I would love an extra $2,000 a month. So for me, it's all about breaking it down and helping them earn their goals by putting enough parties on their show calendar to be able to help them to achieve their goals. And that is why our team is running a booking blitz right now. For the next 3 nights, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and 2 time zones on Thursday, we want to help you get more parties on your calendar, give you the verbiage, what to say when you call people, how to make it feel like you're the one giving them the gift when you give them that call, that you're the one who is offering them all the free product, and they're lucky that you chose to call them. It's shifting your mentality about Norwex as a gift. But before we go into that, I just want to talk to you briefly about what are your Christmas goals. I talk to people in January, and I actually say right at my presentations, if you're here tonight and if you're putting your order on credit, please don't. I would rather help you get your product for free by hosting a presentation at your home, because if I wasn't doing what I do with Norwex, I would probably be a financial planner. I don't want you to pay interest on your product, so if you're not paying cash tonight, and if you're not paying your credit card off at the end of the month, please don't put it on your credit card. So for me, I also talk about I'm pro-marriage. If your husband told you to spend no money, please don't. Because we don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable when they attend our presentations that we're there to sell them something. Because I consider myself an educator. I want to shift the way they think. That is my goal for that 1 hour that I spend with them. All right, so what our post tonight is going to be on our Facebook page is what income would you like to set as your goal to earn prior to Christmas? Wouldn't you like to have Christmas paid off before Christmas comes? Wouldn't you feel good about walking into Toys R Us and picking up some awesome, cute little outfit for that little Quinny right there? Hey, Quinn. Hi, Quinn. There you go. And where's baby Seth? Is baby Seth still on the ground? Oh,
No, he's with Daddy.
He's with Daddy. All right. Picking up the gifts for our friends and our family and knowing that we're picking them up debt-free. So what I want to talk to you about is what would it look like to have a debt-free Christmas? And this is a little chart that I have made and we've used for our team a number of times. And it talks about how much income is required, how much Norwex sales, how much product do you have to sell, and approximately how many parties you need to get on your calendar in order to achieve that income. So for an example, if you would like to earn $2,000 for your family and have that in the bank prior to Christmas, you only need to sell $5,700 worth of product, which means you would need to do 8 to 9 shows in the next 3 months. Isn't that ridiculous? In the next 3 months, you would only need to work 8 to 9 times to have a debt-free Christmas. Who thinks they would be in for that? Post on the side. I'm in. Who thinks that that's something that they can achieve? I know it is because I've done it, and it's totally achievable for anyone. So what I want to challenge you to do is I want you to sit down, take a look at your family's budget, figure out what type of income you would like Norwex to be able to generate for you. Give it a monetary amount. This is a business. This is willable. You can give it to your kids. This is not something that's going to be gone in 6 months. This is your future. Norwex is one of the most stable direct sales companies globally. We are the fastest growing direct sales company globally. This company is totally rock solid financially. And if you put into it, it's going to be there to pay for you in the future. All right. So how do you figure out what kind of income you want to earn? So what you do is, actually, I'm not going to go into that right now. I'm going to post that on our team Facebook page, and you can check that out in the upcoming week and determine how many shows you want to do to be able to achieve that income. But we are going to be giving away a $50 shopping spree both in Canada and in the US for anybody who posts on our Facebook page, what income would you like to have in the bank by Christmas? And that is the only thing you need to post on there. And then we will give you the formula for you to be able to divide it by 0.35 to figure out how much product you need to sell to be able to achieve your goals and how many parties you will need to do. All right. So what we're going to do now is we are going to talk about the hosting specials for the upcoming month. So Norwex is hosting specials for the upcoming month, have lots of great top-selling items. And as a leadership team, Tonya, why don't you kick it off, and why don't you pick one of your favorite products off the list, or maybe even 2 or 3, and tell us how you would talk about those at your Norwex presentation.
One of the ones that I really like that's on that list, and I think a lot of people don't, at least I don't talk about it very much, but I use it all the time, is the Mighty Mesh Pot Scrubber with, because sometimes the spear nets like just wreck my nails, and I love the Mighty Mesh Pot Scrubber for my cast iron pans. It works great. The other thing I love is the bottle brush, and I unfortunately don't have a little baby anymore. My baby's 16. So I don't use it for bottles, but there's so many other applications for it, like your water bottles, your reusable BPA-free water bottles that we all use instead of using plastic ones. And the new bottle brush extensions, how awesome are those? And you can wash all of your dishes with that. Those silicone brushes and tips are so strong. So those are 2 of my favorite that are on the list for October.
Excellent. Okay, Nikki, why don't you take 2 too?
Okay, the ones that jump out at me are the silicone pot lids. I think that those have been hugely popular, and it's something that everybody can use, and it also doesn't, there's no science behind it. So if you're a little bit nervous about sharing product and having to know too much, they're super easy to demo, especially if you bring out a few, like a brownie pan or you know, little cups, or show them how you can put the little silicone lids on mugs. My favorite use, and actually the one that I got the most excited about, was the mini ones. They make amazing sink stoppers. So I've been selling a lot of those at my shows. You can put them at the bottom of your sink. They keep the water completely in. I had a drain that was kind of slowly leaking the water out, so it's sealed the sink, and then it doesn't get grimy, so you don't get the buildup in the little gross cap thing. So those have been kind of another use for those things, and it's just very much on par with what we do as a company, which is reducing the use of plastic. So I find it's a great opportunity to share about how Norwex is looking for a lot more green ways to do things. We heard a static conference last year about how every piece of plastic wrap and Ziploc since its creation are still in our environment. So this is a fantastic way for people to be able to get away from using so much saran wrap, and they're a lot of fun to demo. So maybe bring your own dish from home just in case it goes crashing to the ground, but they do seal really well, and people, when they try it, especially if you pass around the brownie pan or you know, a bowl with one of the round lids, they can try and actually hold it up and see how well it suctions. Just get them to put their hand underneath just in case. So those are something I'm really excited about. Our laundry soap too is an amazing product. I'm sure probably most of you have tried it, and that's one that we know that our hostesses are going to want. So I always like to open the bag and show them how little you actually need compared to store-bought soap. That usually holding it up in that little cup is what really impresses people. Passing it around for people to smell it, and just talking about the fact that, you know, everybody does laundry. This is not only economical, but it's a way to be dramatically reducing the amount of chemicals touching our skin, right? A lot of us know that everything we come in contact with is being absorbed. So when we have laundry soap that has very high chemical content, and it's being, you know, it's being used in our towels and our bedding and our clothes, that's something that it tends to have a big impact on us health-wise. So having a soap that's filler-free, BPA-free, doesn't have SLS in it, it's all written on the bag, so you don't have to remember any of that. It's something that I think most people are going to be really excited about. So.
Excellent, Lindsay. Take the rest.
Okay, so I'm talking about back scrubber, makeup removal cloths, and the all-purpose kitchen cloth, and the dish mat. Oh man, okay. One thing that I talk about, especially with the all-purpose kitchen cloth, that is something that I recommend to people if they really like to have the feel of that like cotton cloth in their dishes, because the all-purpose kitchen cloth does not have silver in it, so people can use it for their dishes. The waffle weave makes it really good for picking up grease as well, so they can use it for, you know, in and around their kitchen, but it doesn't have the micro silver. So that's kind of the option that I give people to use that product. Obviously, the dish mat is excellent because it is mesh on the top. And so I tell people that airflow is able to get up underneath your glasses and your pots and pans and everything to actually dry them underneath, which is excellent. And of course, it folds flat for super easy storage. It absorbs a lot of water, so it's not going to get soaking wet when you use it. The back scrubber is one of our brand new products. So if you have people in your life, this is an awesome Christmas present, right? Stocking stuffer, just roll it up and tie a big ribbon around it. Excellent for people that do a lot of working out and they need to be scrubbing their back down so they don't get any breakouts, that kind of thing. And of course, the makeup removal cloths, right? Like as we're heading into the Christmas season where we are going to be going to maybe a lot of parties and that sort of thing, and we're going to be maybe a little bit more lazy about taking off our makeup if we don't have something easy to use. You can say keep your skin clear for Christmas. Use these to take off your makeup from all those holiday parties, and you're not going to get the breakouts by laying in your pillowcase full of makeup by the time that Christmas morning arrives. So there you go.
Awesome. Love it. All right. So we also know that Norwex is giving away based on how many buying guests they have, as well as a percentage of their sales back in free product, a free window cloth for everyone who books a party, or sorry, the host gets a free window cloth for every booking that she gets, but you can also use that as an incentive to give it to the people who actually book the party. Just make sure you have that conversation with your host ahead of time. And with the buying guests, Norwex also gives the free Enviro cloth, as well as the body pack, the car cloth, the dusting mitt, the kitchen scrub cloth, so lots of free product that people can earn by hosting a presentation. Now, if that all sounds good to you because you're a brand new consultant, well, guess what? You can triple dip. Host a party, and you can earn all of this product yourself to help increase your kit. And these are the products that you will get for free when you put in an order that is greater than $325 in sales with a minimum of 3 buying guests. Norwex will give you all of this product for free. And I will tell you, it is exceptionally generous. There are a lot of direct sales companies out there where the consultants have to pay for the free product that hosts get and also have to pay a percentage of it. If you collect credit cards at your party, you have to lose that 3%. Norwex covers all of those expenses for us. So it's a win-win for us as consultants. All right, we have to wrap this up in 10 minutes. So I am going to just give you a couple tips as to what to do in order to get more bookings on your calendar. And then we are going to release the people who are participating in the Booking Blitz, which starts in 10 minutes for the time zone for the next 2 hours. So basically what a Booking Blitz is it's basically a time that you set aside to do customer service calls. You can do Booking Blitzes whenever you want. They are not necessarily something that you have to do when the team does it, but we often give away free prizes and do incentives for you when you do participate with your leadership team. But you can do Booking Blitzes whenever you want. I do encourage that you do them monthly. They are the lifeline to your business. And I love how Tracy Stewart said this week on a call that she had with some of the leaders on our team, that all it takes is one booking and it will totally change everything in your business. And I know for me, I can trace my entire business back to a very humble show that I had with a host who could only convince 2 people to attend, her mom and her sister. And when our team promoted, I invited those ladies to come to our team celebration, and I honored them, and I actually gave them flowers at the end of the evening to thank them for giving me the privilege to teach their friends and family and her sister and her mom about the product. And it was from those 2 ladies that I did a party for that I can basically do a genealogy tree of all of my hosts. So if you're just getting started and you have humble beginnings, I will tell you, even if your own family isn't supporting you, which is my story, my family didn't live by me, and my in-laws weren't interested in listening to me. So if that's your story, you can still be successful as well. All right, so what is a Booking Blitz? You get on the phone and you want to call everybody who's on your Frank list. Your Frank list is an acronym for your friends, your relatives, your acquaintances, your neighbors, and anyone that you know through the kids in your life. When you're calling them, you are giving them the gift. They are lucky that you are calling them, because you only have so many nights a month that you could possibly be doing shows. You can't be out 10 nights a week. There are 10 nights in a week, because our average hosts get $200 to $300 in free product. You're like Santa Claus. That's how generous you are. And the best thing is, it doesn't even cost you anything to give it to them. So if you've just worked a 10-hour shift and you're a nurse and your legs are sore and you're tired and you're thinking, this lady has been napping all day to have all this energy, and you just don't have it in you to get on the phone, let me give you a couple tips. No, I haven't been napping all day, but I will give you a tip. Stand up. One of my best tips for getting on the phone if you don't feel energetic is stand up when you're on the call. Pace your living room. Have a script and smile. When you talk, if you smile, you just sound excited. And it just conveys that energy through the phone, and people can feel how authentic and how kind you are being through the phone without even seeing the face expression that you're carrying. So I want to encourage you to stand up, to smile when you get on the phone, and we as your leadership team have an amazing additional offer for anyone who participates in the next 4 booking blitzes. So check the Facebook page, and you do not want to miss these calls. And for those of you who are joining Lindsay, Lindsay is going to lead the team booking blitz tonight. And we also have Nikki and Tonya and Lena Eldridge all doing calls in the next 3 nights to help you get on the phone. And I'll tell you, last night the attendance wasn't really high, but the success rate was remarkable. And I know a lot of you had team meetings last night. I know Monday nights is a big night for team meetings across North America, and we know that. And that is why we are offering this training for 4 consecutive nights. So there are no excuses. You get on the phone and you participate in this amazing team incentive. So we, as your leadership team, want to wish you all the best in the upcoming month. Jump on our Facebook page and post what income you would like to earn Christmas, and we will help you achieve it. We wish you all the best with the month of October, and for those of us who will be in Hawaii enjoying an amazing Norwex free vacation at the beginning of November, we wish you were all coming with us. We honestly do. So maybe put it in your goals to join us in Mexico, because we would love you to earn a free trip with Norwex. My husband thinks I've got a pretty awesome job. I do 2 shows a week, and I've earned 9 trips in the last 9 years. I work 2 nights a week. You find me another job that would send me on a holiday once a year for showing up twice. I think I have it pretty good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have an awesome month. And for those of you jumping on the booking blitz, I'm going to post the phone number right now. Just give me 2 seconds.